One more round of mic check, please. Before we start, we are all set to start. So can I check your mic, Soumya?
Soumya Gupta, VV.
Good. Atindra?
Atindra Pandey, VV.
Good. Tanishta?
Tanishtha Jain, SS.
Good. Renee?
Rene Valia, GG.
Good. Niharika?
Niharika Jaswal, SS.
Good. Ritika?
Ritika Keria, TT House.
Ritika, can you repeat?
Ritika Keria, TT House.
Good. Nishka?
Nishka Bhartiya, TT.
Good. Jehan?
Jehan Kharighat, GG.
Jehan, can you please be a bit louder?
Jehan Kharighat, GG.
Good. Anahat?
Anahat Singh Johari, VV.
Good. Romir?
Romir Rao, SS.
Good. Arwan?
Arvan Makhija, TT.
Good. Kvesh?
Khwaish Kamathia, TT.
Good. Vedant?
Vedant, VV.
Good. So please ensure that this particular sound quality is maintained from your audio. And again, a reminder, hands to be visible every time. Hands to be visible every time. Good afternoon, learners and all viewers. I, Rajesh Kumar, the Spock for this event, welcome you all. It is time to commence our event. A lot of hard work has been put behind this. Let us encourage the learners and start the event, the Quizzards. The mentor, Ms. Sunita, has shared her expertise to train our learners. Ms. Sunita Bakru, an ex-IBDP teacher librarian at the JBCN International School, Oshiwara, currently shuffles her life between running a reading club, conducting quizzes for loved ones, and devoting her spare time to yoga, reading, and music. She has been a high school librarian for over 20 years, and during her tenure, she has helped set up libraries right from scratch, taught literacy skills to high school students, and organized creative engagements and book weeks to inculcate and promote the love for reading amongst young minds. She has been an avid reader as a youngster and lays immense importance on this skill in her entrepreneurship. On her entrepreneurship page, Turner's Reading Club, it caters to youngsters aged 7 to 15 in picking up skills in reading, vocabulary development, creativity, and comprehension of texts and novels, among other skills. Quizzing has been her passion for more than 30 years, which began way back in 1998 with a small group of friends in Bahrain, and since then she has organized many such quizzes for schools. She has worked for various youth clubs and she has also conducted various quizzing events. She enjoys quizzing on online platforms for recreation or competing with friends on online quizzes. In her spare time, she enjoys tuning into the music of the 1960s to the 1980s. So here we welcome our mentor and the quiz mistress, Ms. Sunita Batru.
Thank you so much for that introduction, Mr. Rajesh. And it's a pleasure being back in JVCN and with all the learners. So it's really a pleasure being over here with all of you. I hope you're all looking forward for today afternoon's quizzing. You will have been working hard through the mentor sessions. So I'm sure by now, by today, you're all masters at today's event. So let's see how it turns out with you all at the quiz sessions today. So I'm going to begin by sharing my screen and let's begin today. Here we go. Okay, some important rules. Please remember, you have already been told these rules about camera sharing, about your mics. So keep those ready. Remember, the first answer heard is what is going to be counted towards your marks. Please coordinate with among yourselves and with your leader. Be honest and remember this is a test of your knowledge. Most important, enjoy the quiz. A few rules regarding the quiz rounds. Each round comes with its own rules. So please keep in mind those and do not interrupt. Sorry about that. Okay. So answer to the best of your understanding for each question. Please do not interrupt in the middle of a round or a cycle. Any questions, if there are, can be raised at the end of the round. You can raise your virtual hand and we will try to cover those answers. So today's quiz rounds, it has 4 rounds. Your first round is the testing times, which is a warm-up round. The second round is the picture perfect, which has audiovisual clues. Your third round is everyday events, basically a current affairs in which you will be tested on recent events which have happened. And the last, the fast and furious, the challenger round where other teams have challenged you. So we will now begin with the first round. We will be having breakout rooms for 2 minutes once the categories of the rounds have been shown to you. Remember, it's just 2 minutes. You have a very limited time to quickly decide on who is going to be answering and who is going to be, which categories you can choose from. So I'm going to start by sharing the new PPT. Just a moment. So your first round, we begin with testing times. In testing times, you will be having 4 categories on the board. There will be 3 questions in each category. Points are 1 if you answer the question correctly. There is no pass on. Points are worth 5, 10, and 20. Time is 15 seconds per question. There is a timer running on the top right-hand corner. Please watch out for that. Lifelines, the lollipop for the quiz. Double points. In this round, on any one question, you can double the points, and that allows you to increase your score. There are no minus points, so don't be nervous about taking chances. Please go ahead and do answer. You just might be correct. I'll begin with the sharing of the screen. Please get ready with your positions, your cameras, and your mic. That was the timer which we'll be hearing every few questions. First category. Second category. Freedom struggle. Indian space program. And number 4, Indian scientists. Yes, and a lot of head holding. And I'm opening your breakout rooms. Please. So while the learners are discussing their strategies of what categories to answer, which score questions to take to best tackle this round, we are dealing with today's quiz, which is on Incredible India. All questions are based on different categories related to India. So we should be having the learners discussing how they can best answer. Through the mentoring session of our past 7 sessions, which is past 4 weeks, the learners have been learning how to tackle the rounds, how to answer quickly in a limited time of 10 seconds or 15 seconds. They have been also learning about different areas of India, about different categories. Definitely, I think it has widened their scope, their knowledge about our country. We'll be hearing more about that from them. So when they join us back, probably in one of the breaks, we'll catch them and their feedback on how it was reading about our country, learning about our country. India has a vast, since it's one of the oldest civilizations. So definitely there is a lot to learn about, and even one birth is not enough to be learning on that. So let's hope our students have caught up something and they will be sharing their knowledge on what they have learned. We should be having them in about 10 seconds joining our room. So our 4 categories are on Constitution, the freedom struggle, the Indian space program, and Indian scientists. And yes, we have our learners joining back again. Welcome back, learners. I hope your strategies are well laid out and you're ready to shoot.
This meeting is being
A quick thumbs up if all the participants are in the main session. Get into your positions, mic, camera, and let's begin with spinning of the wheel to find out which team starts the cycle now. And we begin the round with the TT team. TT team, please get ready. Here is your home screen. Please choose a category and a score question. Remember, the questions only in the top 3 rows, the blue rows. You can only choose those. The ones in the silver, they are only extra questions. You cannot choose them. In case of any problem or any glitch, we will choose extra question for you to answer. So yes, TT House, please choose a category and a score question.
Freedom struggle for 10. C. Aruna Asif Ali.
Okay, and that is the correct answer. Absolutely correct. We now go to the next house, the VV house. Yes, VV house, please choose a category and a score question.
Miss, we'll go for freedom struggle for 20.
Okay. Yes, VV house.
Double B. Subhash Chandra Bose.
And VV house has doubled their points. Subhash Chandra Bose. VV house, that was your lifeline you have used, and that was just one chance. And you get double the points. So that's 40 points for the VV house. Good going and good strategy. Yes, let's go now to the GG house. GG house, please choose a category and a score question.
Indian Space Program 10. Double C. Sriharikota.
And that is the correct answer. So GG House gets a double. Good going. That's 20 points on the scoreboard for the GG House. Excellent. Let's go on to the next house. SS House, please choose your category and score question. SS House. We do not have SS House members in the team.
10.
I'm sorry, I did not catch that. You will have to repeat.
Scientists 10. C. Maharishi Patanjali.
And that is the incorrect answer. The answer is the Charak Shapat. He was the father of the Indian science of medicine. And the National Medical Commission has suggested that instead of the Hippocratic Oath, they should take the Charak Oath or the Shapat. And back to the screen, we will now begin the round with the VV House. VV House, please choose your category.
Miss,
Score question.
we'll go for Indian scientists 20.
Okay, and there's your question for Indian scientists.
C. Aryabhatta.
And that is the incorrect answer. The correct answer is Varamhira, who was the scientist who noted that moons and planets get the light from the sun. And we all know that now. Right. We'll now go to the GG House. GG House, please choose a category and a score question.
Constitution 10. B. Government stationery.
And that is the incorrect answer. It is the national flag, because the national flag requires to be made in particular dimensions, nowhere in India is anyone else allowed to make the Indian flag. So the authorized national flag, which is put up at all points around in all the government buildings or anywhere else, is only made by the Karnataka Khadi Grom Udyog Samyukta Sangh. There's no other, and it is because it is made of khadi. That is the main purpose. Okay, we now go to the SS House. Please choose a category and score question.
Indian Space Program 20.
Okay, SS House, here is your category and score question.
A. To gather lunar scientific knowledge.
And that is the correct answer. Wish you could have doubled that. Okay, SS House gets 20 points for that. SS House has already used their lifeline, I think. Okay.
No,
let's
miss, we
go.
haven't.
Okay, so you have still chances. A lot of questions on the board still. We now go to the TT House. TT House, please choose a category and score question.
Freedom Struggle 5. Mahatma Gandhi A.
And that is the incorrect answer. So before Mahatma Gandhi came on the scene regarding related to the freedom struggle, it was Bal Gangadhar Tilak who was leading the freedom fighting. And that is why the Britishers called him as father of unrest. Okay, we now go to the GG House. GG House, please choose a category and a score question.
Constitution 20.
C. 26 January 1950.
And that is the incorrect answer. The Constitution of India was adopted on 26th November 1949, but it was passed on 26th January 1950. It came into effect from 26th January 1950. And that is why we all celebrate. What do we celebrate?
Republic Day.
We celebrate the Republic Day, absolutely correct. But the Constitution writing process was a long drawn out process of nearly 3 years. And that was adopted on 26th November 1949, when all of them signed the Constitution, all the Constitution people, right? The next question for the SS House. SS House, you can
Constitution 5. B. Hindi and English.
And that is the incorrect answer. So the correct answer is Hindi in the Devanagari script. It is not Hindi and English, although definitely English is used in some few states. Like we had just learned in one of the things, it is Nagaland uses English as their official language. Yes, we now go to the TT House. TT House, please choose a category and score question.
Scientists for 5.
Scientists for 5. And here is your question.
Double D. S. Chandrasekhar.
And that is the correct answer. So TT House gets its 5 points over there. And sorry, did they double? TT House, they did not double.
Yes, we did double.
They doubled. Okay, so then it is 10 points for that point, for that answer. You get 10 points. We now go to the VV House. We don't have much choices unless you go to the extras, but then they are without the lifelines. Okay, so last question on the board, VV House.
Yes, miss.
I'm sorry, this is
B.
1 minute, please. 1 second.
Okay.
Indian scientist was 5. Space.
Miss, so which question do we get?
1 second, please. Yes, that is your question.
Yeah, miss, we went for D, Mangalyaan.
And that is the correct answer. It is Mangalyaan, as it was called, MOM in short. And we have come to the end of round 1. And while the scorekeepers are getting the scores ready, how did you find this first round? Easy or tough?
Miss, somewhere in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle. But we have just started. So let us try to see if we can do it better for the next rounds, right? So we're going to begin with the second round while the scorers are busy. And let's see how it goes with the second round. Whenever they're ready, we will begin with that. So
Yes, Miss.
I think there are a few questions. Yes?
Miss, we are ready with the scores.
Okay.
So, GG House, you've scored 20. SS House, you've scored 20. TT House, you've scored 20. And VV House, you've scored 45. Okay, so all the best for round 2.
Miss, you're on mute.
Apologies about that. So
Also, Miss, Rumir got exited from the meeting and he's saying that he's in the waiting room. Can you just check?
I see him on the screen. I see him on the screen. Glitches are always happening. So yes, people do go in and out. So that's okay. Let's go to the rules of today's second round. That is the picture perfect round. You will be having, again, similarly, 4 categories, 3 questions per category. 15 seconds for each question to answer. If you use a lifeline, which is flip the question, remember the time decreases to 10 seconds. Note for the icon for flip the question. There will be 2 random questions on the board, which will have a daily double pop-up sign coming up, which means that particular question, you can double the scores. Remember, either of the lifelines, if you have used and answered incorrectly, it's minus the score of the question. Okay? Please keep an eye out for the timer. We begin with sharing of the screen. Okay. I'll just stop this. Yes, there is a question.
Atindra, you had raised your hand.
Yeah, Miss, in one of the previous slides, it was shown as the questions are broken down in 30, 40, and 50 points, while in the next slide it was shown as 30, 50, and 70. So which one would we be using?
Sorry, apologies. It's 30, 50, and 70.
Okay, thank you, Miss.
Yes. And please get ready for the categories and your breakout rooms. Two minutes in the breakout rooms. And while the learners are again discussing their strategies, how they can best answer and again try to score points for this round. The learners have been reading up on India from many websites. There have been few websites were shared with them during the mentoring session, but on their own also, they have been researching and reading up. So definitely keeping track of our vast country is not an easy task, and gathering all information is not possible. But yes, I think as per today's round, today's first round, we know that they are quite adept at picking up information. So definitely they are doing good. We'll see in the next 2 rounds how it goes. Okay, our learners are shortly going to be coming back. A gentle reminder to all of you once again, please do the quizzing as a mark of sportsmanship, as in the best possible and honest way. And we'll begin shortly. Let me just start off by sharing my screen.
Learners, a quick reminder on the video rules. Both hands are to be visible. Yes, Satindra.
So I don't know if the problem's just for me, but the screen is black. It just says Sunita B has started screen sharing.
Same for me.
Not for me.
Not for me.
Is it visible now, Atindra?
Yes, miss. It's visible
Yeah.
now.
Both hands are to be visible.
Okay, let's set the cycle in motion. Let's decide with which team this particular round begins. And it is the VV house. VV house, please get ready with your cameras and your mics. Here is your categories and your score question, your home screen. Please choose a category and a score question.
Miss, we're going for monuments. 50. D. Sheesh Mahal, Amer Fort.
And that is the correct answer. So VV House has opened its scores in this round. It is the Sheesh Mahal Amer Fort. We now go to the GG House. GG House, please choose a category and score question.
Northeast landmarks 50.
Right, there you are.
Flip the question.
And before we flip the question, let's see what is the answer. And the answer is Darjeeling. So the toy train which runs in Darjeeling is very popular, this hill station. And many Bollywood movies have also been shot over there. So here is your question.
D. Meghalaya.
And that is the correct answer. So GG House gets 50 points for that. Absolutely correct. SS House, please choose a category and a score question.
We'll go for 70 monuments.
And it's a daily double. Please remember, if you answer it incorrectly, it's minus points. So here's your question.
Miss C, Delhi.
And it is incorrect. The answer is Jaipur. This particular step well is the largest step well in the world, the Chandbauri step well, which is in Abaneri or Jaipur. Yes. Let's go to the TT House. TT House, please choose a category and a score question.
30 monuments.
And here you are.
D. Uttar Pradesh.
Uttar Pradesh. And no, that is an incorrect answer. It is Kerala. Just a reminder, the scorekeepers, SS House, the daily double, they get minus on that particular daily double question. So please remember that. And let's go to the next. We begin this round with the GG round, with the GG House. GG House, please choose a category and a score question.
Northeast landmarks 70.
And there you go.
A. Assam.
A. Assam. And that is an incorrect answer. GG House did not get any points over there. It is Sikkim. We go back to the home screen. SS House, please choose a category and a score question.
30 newsmakers.
SS House gets another daily double, but this lifeline cannot be given twice to the same team. So I will display the question to you and you will get only the points for that particular question if you answer it correctly.
D. Nirmala Sitharaman.
And yes, saved by the bell. You got it correct. 30 points. It is Nirmala Sitharaman, the lady who gives goosebumps every budget. And we now go to the TT House. TT House, please choose a category and score question.
Culture for 50.
Culture for 50. And here is your question.
Flip the question.
Okay, so before we flip the question, let us see who is the artist for this particular masterpiece. And the answer is M.F. Hussain or Maqbul Fida Hussain. He's a very famous artist, or should I say was. And here is your flipped question.
C. Shehnai.
And that is the correct answer. So 50 points to the TT House for that. BV House, please choose
yes,
a category and score question.
Miss Newsmakers for 50. Miss B. Verghese Kurian, who I don't know how to pronounce her last name.
It is absolutely the correct pronunciation, and it is Verghese Kurian. He was the father of the White Revolution. So VV House gets 50 points for that correct answer. And we are back to this home screen. GG House. We now begin the round with the SS House. The last cycle of this round. SS House, please choose a category.
70 newsmakers.
Right, it is 70 newsmakers.
Hey, मेरे वतन के लोग, जरा आँख में भर लो पानी, ये शहीद हुए हैं. Hey, मेरे वतन.
Miss C. Lata Mangeshkar.
That was a cakewalk. Yes, it is Lata Mangeshkar. Okay, so SS House got that correct. It's too simple, right? Okay, We now go to the TT house. TT house, please choose a category and a score question.
70 culture.
70 culture. There you go.
C. Basuri.
C.
C. Basuri.
And that is the correct answer. It is Basuri. So correct points for that. We now go to the VV house. VV house, please choose a category and score question.
Northeast landmarks for 30. Oh no, Assam. D, Assam.
And that is an incorrect answer. It is Mizoram, which is where the new motor racing track is going to open. And yes, the last question on the board. GG House, not many choices. Here's your question.
C. Rajasthan.
And that is incorrect. It is Bihar. Madhubani art is practiced in Bihar in a small village by the same name. And we are at the end of round 2. And let's get the scorekeepers busy while we chat a little bit more. So how was this round?
Miss, I have a question.
Yes.
Miss, a team is answering. Aren't all members of the team supposed to be unmuted?
If you are all unmuted, you have your coordination of who's going to answer. It is fine. Be ready when the home screen is displayed. That is my main thing, that when you're going to be choosing a question, you should be ready with your mics.
Okay.
So let's get a little perspective on how was round 2. Yeah, right. Sorry, Atindra, I lost what you said.
Miss, the category of newsmakers was sprung up on us.
So maybe I should have asked who is the Prime Minister of India. That would have been the best question to answer. Or perhaps who's the President of India.
If we got that for double points, we would have been very happy. I mean, that would have been perfect then.
Absolutely. Maybe we could ask, like, what is the capital of our country? Some simple questions like that, definitely. I got the hint. Sorry, the quiz is already made. I cannot change the questions at this late date, but definitely we can think about it next time. Yes, I think the scorers are ready to go, and I'm just going to hand over my mic to Ms. Sheetal.
Okay, the scores for round 2, GG House 50 points, SS 30 points, TT 120, and VV 100 points.
Yes, Atindra.
So will we be told the combined scores as well after rounds, or only the scores in for a particular round?
Only the scores for a particular round.
So beginning with our third round today, which is everyday events, or to simply put it, current affairs. Let's see what are the rules for everyday events. Questions are related to any current affairs, not necessarily which have happened in the past 1 week or anything, but it could be about maybe even a couple of months. Questions will be displayed on the screen like normally. You have 4 categories, 3 questions per category. Points are worth 80, 90, and 100. Time, same, 15 seconds. Remember to keep an eye on the timer. And here is a lifeline, 50-50. If you think you're stuck with 4 choices and they're confusing, you can use the 50-50 lifeline only once. In the 50-50 lifeline, 2 incorrect answers will be removed, and then there will be just 1 incorrect and 1 correct answer. I think that should help you. So let's give it a try. Minus points if, remember, if you use the lifeline and you are given an incorrect answer, it's minus points of that question. If everyone is ready to go, we start with the categories and your breakout rooms.
Learners, just for your information, when your house is answering a particular question, everyone from that house to be unmuted. Again, we repeat, everyone from that house which is answering to be unmuted, and the hand rule applies. Thank you.
Your categories for today are and your breakout rooms are opening now.
We are able to notice few learners talking to someone else in their room. Okay, so this is not permitted, and this is the last warning here. If we notice any such things, you will be disqualified from the program. Please be very mindful. If we notice, if you don't follow the rules, you will be disqualified. Thank you. You are not permitted to talk to yourselves too. We are able to still see some people talking to people at home. It is not permitted. This is the last warning. Next time we don't give you any warnings, you'll be directly removed from the program. Please be very mindful. Thank you. No one other than you can be in that particular room. Please ask your family members to leave if they are.
Okay, we'll begin this round. Any questions? Yes, Anahat?
Miss Atindra has been kicked out of the meeting. We're not sure why.
I'm sorry, I'm only the quiz master. So,
Could you please let him rejoin?
Soumya had a question when he was in the breakout room. Soumya, did you have a question regarding any of the rounds or anything?
No, miss. Actually, I think they had a problem. He said to someone call the host. So I just invited.
Okay. So let's begin this round. We are going to decide, we're going to start by spinning the wheel, and let's see with which team it starts. We begin this round with the Gigi house. Gigi house, please be ready with your mics.
Yes.
Sorry. Yes, here is your category and your home screen. Please choose a category and a score question, Gigi.
Miss Sports 100. Miss B.R. Pragnanandha.
B.R. Pragnanandha. Oh, even I have a difficult time pronouncing that tongue twister name. It is correct. He's the 16-year-old grandmaster who has defeated the #1 chess player. We go back to the home screen. So Gigi House got that 100 points for sports. We now go back to the home screen, and SS, it is your turn.
Miss, we'll go for 100 newsmakers.
100 and newsmakers. Here it is.
Miss C. Aman Gupta.
And it is correct. So SS House gets that 100 points for Newsmaker's question. We now go to the TT House. TT House, please choose a category and a score question.
Entertainment 90.
A. Udham Singh.
And that is the correct answer. TT House gets 90 points for entertainment. And back to the home screen, VV House, your turn. Please choose a category and score question.
Miss Sports 80. Miss 50-50. Miss Chennai Super Kings. A.
I didn't hear the answer.
A. Chennai
Super Kings.
A. That is the incorrect answer. It is Gujarat Titans who have just launched their team. So no points for that. In fact, since you choose a lifeline, it's minus 80 in that.
I'm sorry, miss. There was a technical difficulty, so I had to rejoin.
Okay, welcome back. Please, learners, be careful when you all are using the lifelines. Remember, you are allowed only one lifeline, and there are minus points for that. Okay, let's go back to the second cycle and the home screen. SS House, please choose a category and a score question.
Miss 100 entertainment. Miss D. Julan Goswami.
And that is the correct answer. So SS House gets 100 points for that. It is Julan Goswami. Back to the home screen. TT House, it's your turn. Please choose a category and score question.
Entertainment 80.
Right, and here it is.
V. Homi Baba and Vikram Sarabhai.
And that is the correct answer. It is Homi Baba and Vikram Sarabhai. How many of you are catching this on the web, on the television? Do catch it. It's a very interesting one. I had to binge watch it because it was unstoppable. Okay, we go back to the home screen. VV House, your category and score question, please.
Miss, look for 90 sports. Miss B. Mumbai Indians.
And that is the correct answer. Mumbai Indians, but the most expensive player.
Could I just ask one
No
question?
points, no points, but can anyone tell who is that player?
Ishan Kishan.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Okay, the rest of the information is coming from Atindra because that is not my strong point. Yes, Atindra.
I just had a question as to what did I miss when I was out of the meeting?
We'll catch up on that at the end of this round. Okay, let's go now to the GG round. GG team. GG, your turn. Please choose a category and score question.
Miss 90 development.
90 and development. There you go.
Miss 50-50.
B. Bell Helicopters.
And that is An incorrect answer. The correct answer is Kisan drones. At one particular time, Prime Minister Narendra Modi set it off, and 100 drones went around all over the country spraying pesticides on farms across the country. And let's go back to the home screen. And yes, JG House, a reminder, you used a lifeline. And it is minus 80 for that.
90.
Minus 90 for that because it was a 90 mark question. So we now go back to, we start with the TT House. TT House, please choose a category and score question.
90 newsmakers.
Okay, TT House is using its lifeline.
A. Mithila Palkar.
And it is the incorrect answer. Mithila Palkar, I don't know how many of you might remember, she was in the news for a very long time as the Cup Song Girl. And the correct answer is Prajakta Kohli. Does she seem familiar?
Yes.
Yes, miss.
She is a very popular girl among all the youth icons. We now go to the home screen, and that is a minus for TT House also, a minus 90. We now go to the VV House. VV House, please choose a category and score question.
Miss, we'll go for newsmakers 80. Miss A, Nandan Nilekani.
And that is the correct answer. So VV House gets 80 points for that. It is Nandan Nilekani, the ex-chairman of Infosys. And we go to the next house, GG House. Please choose a category and score question.
First category developments 100.
Did you say 100?
100. A. Himachal Pradesh.
And it is the incorrect answer. It is Jammu and Kashmir. This is going to be the world's highest railway bridge. We go back to the screen. And SS House, last question on the board.
Almost 50-50. Miss B. Subhash Chandra Bose.
And that is the correct answer. So 80 points to the SS House. And you used a lifeline, so you're in luck. It was a close call. So that was correct. And we are at the end of round 3. I am not going to wait for the scores. Let the scorekeepers work on it. I am going to go directly to the 4th round. And one moment till we start.
Participants update on round 3 scores. GG with 1010, SS 280 280, TT with 8080, and PV with 9090.
Okay, welcome back. And those were the scores. Anybody's game still, I would still say it's anybody's game. We have the 4th round, the make or break, the challenge round. So all the teams challenged each other on a particular category. And I hope you'll have had a chance in the middle of all those exams and lectures to read up on your category. So we are going to go with the rules of this round. There are 100 points for each correct answer, 1000 bonus if you get all correct, 180 seconds or 3 minutes on the clock. If you're not sure of an answer, please say pass. If there is a time, I will come back and repeat the past question. There are no minus points. And if you're ready to begin, we'll start the cycle with our dear little spinner. And yes, learners, are we ready to go?
Yes, miss.
Any questions?
No, miss.
Okay, so we'll begin this round. I'm going to start with this. Okay, I'm not going to count that. You cannot sit on the fence. And we begin this round with the TT house. TT house.
All mics of TT to be unmuted.
TT house had TT house was challenged for the topic category Constitution. And TT house, please get ready. Your timer, your questions begin on the timer. Are we ready?
Yes, miss.
And your timer starts now. Oh, sorry. Fundamental rights in the Indian Constitution were taken from which country?
Pass.
As per the newly proposed amendment, what will be the minimum marriageable age for girls?
21.
Correct. Till what age does the state have to provide free and compulsory education to all children if the starting age is 6?
15.
Incorrect. Prem Behari Narayan Raizada, a calligraphist, gave the final touches to the constitution in what way?
Pass.
What is the minimum age for a woman senior citizen in India?
Pass.
What should be the minimum age for election as member of parliament for the Lok Sabha?
Pass.
Shri Narendra Modi is what Prime Minister of India? Indicate the number.
18th.
Incorrect. What is the introductory statement of the Constitution that states its reasons and the guiding values? What is it called?
Preambulatory clauses.
Incorrect. Who is the presiding officer and the highest authority of the Lok Sabha?
Pass.
Who was the chairman of the drafting committee in the Constituent Assembly?
Pass.
I'll go back to your past questions. Number one, fundamental rights in the Indian Constitution were taken from which country?
Britain.
Incorrect. Number four, Prem Bihari Narayan Raizada, a calligraphist, gave the final touches in the Constitution in what way?
He hand wrote the Constitution.
Correct. What is the minimum age for a woman senior citizen in India?
65.
Incorrect. What should be the minimum age for elections as a member of parliament if you want to fight for the elections?
18.
Incorrect. Who is the presiding officer and the highest authority of the Lok Sabha? That is question number
Chairman.
9. Incorrect. Question number 10. I'll let you take that. Who was the chairman of the drafting committee in the Constituent Assembly?
Nandan Sinha.
Incorrect. You get 2 correct, TT House. That was the TT House on the Constitution. To go back to the answers, fundamental rights in the Indian Constitution were taken from USA because the ones from Britain were not suiting our country. Till what age does the state have to provide free and compulsory education? If starting age is 6, it's 14 years. Prem Bihari Narayan Raizada, okay, you got that correct. He was a calligraphist. He hand wrote the whole Constitution. What is the minimum age for a woman senior citizen in India? It is 58 years. For a man, it is 60. What should be the minimum age for being elected as a member of parliament? It is 25 years. Shri Narendra Modi is what Prime Minister of India? The number, he is the 14th Prime Minister. The introductory statement of the Constitution that states its the reasons and the guiding principles is called the preamble. It is usually found in most of the textbooks, the locally published textbooks. Who is the presiding officer and the highest authority of the Lok Sabha? It is the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. The chairman of the drafting committee was Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So we are going to go to the next house. One.
Yes, Nishka.
Sir, in the question where the answer was preamble, I did say preamble.
We'll get back to you on this. Thank you.
We are back to the VV house. VV house, your turn. And your category was culture. Right. VV house, you were challenged on the topic culture. And your time starts once this works. Yes, it is working. VV house, are you ready?
Yes.
Mike's ready.
Yes, miss.
And your time starts now. Lucknow is famous for which traditional art of embroidery?
Chicken.
Incorrect. Who came to be widely known as the Picasso of India for his funny and serious work?
MF Hussain.
Correct. Which state would you find far paintings which are done on scrolls or long pieces of cloth or canvas?
Pass.
Which is the world's oldest form of martial art?
Pass.
What depicts Lord Shiva's cosmic dance Tandavam?
Pass.
Performed as a form of moral booster for warring troops during the 18th and 19th century, this dance has developed Marathi folk dance.
Pass.
No.
In which state would you find the Bhimbekta caves that also holds the prehistoric rock paintings?
Maharashtra.
Incorrect.
Pass.
Which caves close to Mumbai dating back to the 5th century are dedicated to the Hindu god Shiva on an island?
Elephanta.
Correct. Tirupati temple of Lord Venkateshwara is located in which state?
Tamil Nadu.
Incorrect. The sculptures of the Sun temple in Konark are depicting which dance?
Odissi.
Correct. I'm going to go back to your past questions. Number 3, which state would you find the far paintings which are done on scroll or long pieces of cloth or canvas? Which state?
Bihar.
Incorrect. What is the world's oldest form of martial art?
Yoga.
Incorrect. What depicts Lord Shiva's cosmic dance Tandavam?
Could you repeat?
What depicts Lord Shiva's cosmic dance Tandavam?
Pass.
Number 6, performed as a form of moral booster for warring troops during the 19th century, this dance has developed the Marathi folk dance, Marathi folk theatre.
Pass.
Go back to your past questions. What depicts Lord Shiva's cosmic dance?
It's Damru.
Incorrect. Performed as a moral booster for warring troops during the 18th and 19th century, this dance has developed Marathi folk theatre. I'll let you answer that.
Pass.
So time is up, no answers. So that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 correct answers. To go back to the incorrect answers, number 1, Lucknow is famous for which traditional art of embroidery? It is called chikankari. Which state would you find the far paintings which are done on long
But
pieces of
Satyendra
cloth?
answered that as chicken only.
It is chikankari, it is not chicken. What state would you find far paintings which are done on scroll or long pieces of cloth? It is in Rajasthan. What is the world's oldest form of martial art? It is the Kalaripayattu. What depicts Lord Shiva's cosmic dance Tandavam? Natraj. Natraja. Shiva is seen many times in the form of Natraj. Performed as a form of moral booster for warring troops in the 18th and 19th century, this dance has developed the Marathi folk theatre. It is Lavani. In which state would you find the Bhimbekta caves? It is Madhya Pradesh. Tirupati Temple of Lord Venkateshwara, that's number 9, is located in which state? That is Andhra Pradesh. I think the answer was Tamil Nadu, so that is incorrect. And we now go to the GG House. GG House, you have been challenged for Northeast states. Are you ready, GG House?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Okay, and your time starts now. Sorry. What is the capital of Nagaland?
Pass.
Which place situated at a height of 1400 meters above sea level has recorded the highest rainfall in India?
Mizoram.
Incorrect. Which city in the Northeast is called the gateway to Northeast?
Arunachal Pradesh.
Incorrect. The rare and endangered brow-antlered deer Sangai is found in which state?
Mizoram.
Incorrect. I heard Mizoram. Majorly, the largest river island in the world, is situated in which Northeast state?
Assam.
Correct. What is the name of the famous Indochina border in Sikkim called?
Pass.
Which famous Bollywood and Hollywood actress was the former brand ambassador of Assam tourism?
Pass.
Kebul Lamjau National Park has the distinction of being what kind of park? What is the record it has?
Pass.
Name the place that is considered as Asia's cleanest village.
Pass.
Arunachal Pradesh state symbol represents which bird?
Pass.
I'm going to go back to your past questions. Number 1, what is the capital of Nagaland?
Pass.
Number 6, what is the name of the famous Indochina border in Sikkim called?
Pass.
Number 7, which famous Bollywood and Hollywood actress was the former brand ambassador of Assam tourism?
Priyanka Chopra.
Correct. Number 8, Kebul Lamjau National Park has the distinction of having a world record. What is this world record?
Only floating park in the world.
Absolutely correct. Name the place that is considered as Asia's cleanest village. That was number 9.
Sikkim.
Incorrect. Number 10, Arunachal Pradesh state symbol represents which bird? Is represented by which bird?
Peacock.
Incorrect. I'm going to go back to your past questions. Number 1, what is the capital of Nagaland?
Pass.
Number 6, what is the name of the famous Indochina border in Sikkim called?
Pass.
And your time is up. You get 1, 2, 3 correct answers. To go back to your questions, what is the capital of Nagaland? It is Kohima. Which place situated at a height of 1400 above sea level has recorded the highest rainfall? It is Masinram. Which city in the Northeast is also called the gateway to the Northeast? It is Guwahati. The rare and endangered brow-antlered deer Sangai is found in which state? It is Manipur. What is the name of the famous Indochina border in Sikkim called? It is the Nathula Pass. Your next wrong answer was, name the place that is considered as Asia's cleanest village. It is Mawlyinong. And Arunachal Pradesh state represented by which bird? It is hornbill. And that is why, if you might recall, they have festival also. Okay, the last team, SS House. Are we ready?
Absolutely, Miss.
Okay, and SS House.
Mr. Timer
was-
started.
No, don't worry. SS House was challenged for the theme personalities. SS House, your time starts now. Name the female billionaire and founder of affordable luxury brands Nykaa.
Pass.
Name the 21-year-old winner who won the Miss Universe crown in 2021.
Harnita Sandhu.
I'll give it to you. It's Lena Nair is the global CEO of which French luxury house? She was among the Fortune India's most powerful women of 2021.
Pass.
Who is the current CEO of Serum Institute of India and also declared the Entrepreneur of the Year by Economic Times?
Iris Poonawalla.
Incorrect. Which co-founder of an IT industry is referred to as the father of the Indian IT industry?
Pass.
Who is the current Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh?
Yogi Adityanath.
Correct. Which politician, former bureaucrat and activist is the current and 7th Chief Minister of Delhi?
Arvind Kejriwal.
Correct. Who is the founder and CEO of Sugar Cosmetics?
Vinita Singh.
Correct. Which actor received the SDG Special Humanitarian Award, Action Award by the United Nations Development Programme for his humanitarian work in COVID times?
Mr. Sonu Sood.
Correct. Who is the Indian celebrity chef and restaurateur known for hosting and judging MasterChef India?
Sanjeev Kapoor.
Incorrect. I'm going to go back to your past questions. Number 1, name the female billionaire and founder of affordable luxury brands Nykaa.
Pass.
Number 3, Lena Nair is the global CEO of which French luxury house?
Pass.
Number 5, which co-founder of an IT industry is referred to as the father of the Indian IT industry?
Pass.
I'm going to go back to your past questions. Number 1, name the female billionaire and founder of affordable luxury brands Nykaa.
Pass.
Lena Nair is the global CEO of which French luxury house?
Kate Spade.
Incorrect. Which co-founder of an IT industry is referred to as the father of the Indian IT industry?
Pass.
You've already passed all the questions.
Yeah.
So I am not going to be repeating them. And you're coming close to your end of time anyway.
That's fine.
Your first question, name the female billionaire and founder of affordable luxury brands for Nykaa. It is Falguni Nair. Lena Nair is the global CEO of which French luxury house? It is Chanel. Who is the current CEO of Serum Institute of India and declared the Entrepreneur of the Year by Economic Times? It is Adar Poonawalla, not Cyrus Poonawalla. Which co-founder of an IT industry is referred to as father of the Indian IT industry? It's Narayan Murthy. And your last question, which you got wrong, who is the Indian celebrity chef and restaurateur known for hosting and judging MasterChef India? It's Kunal Kapoor. So that's
Miss, I
1,
just had a
2,
question though.
5 correct. Yes, Romir.
Miss, in MasterChef India, even Sanjeev Kapoor is known to host it and has a celebrity chef. I just didn't understand that because there are multiple hosts, right, in MasterChef India. So that was one doubt.
I will get back to you on that. Okay, thank you so much. And we have come to the end of our fourth and final round. I am going to let Ms. Sheetal take over and she's going to tell us what's on the Okay, SS House, the last question, the Indian celebrity chef. Since I had not mentioned the season, and he was there a long time back, so I will give you points for that last question. And we'll wait for the quiz master, for the scorekeepers, let them do their work. Till then, how was the quiz today? We're done with the quiz. Don't tell me you all want another round. Should we go back, start from one? We are done. I can see a lot of shaking hands. Okay, so let's have your feedback. How did you find the quiz today?
First thing, are we allowed to lower
Difficult,
our hands?
simpler compared to your mentoring sessions?
Miss, can we lower our hands?
Yes, Kaish, your hands can come down. And yes, Romeo, thank you so much for following the rules. Thank you so much, learners. We are done with answering the questions and you can relax.
Oh, Miss?
You can relax.
Miss, I just had a question. I dropped out, I think, in for the
Okay,
first
just a
round.
moment. Yes.
Yeah, Miss. So I just had a question in the first round. What were the scores? I couldn't. I was not able to hear that. I was not audible for me. But what was the first round scores?
I think we can catch it up all with your team members. I dare not disturb the scorers right now. Okay, they are working on hot coals, deciding and calculating all your scores. If you can
And if
see,
possible,
a lot of discussion.
with the score, like the scorers, good luck to them with tallying everything up. But at the end of it, if they've tallied it up and we've got enough time, could you drop a hint on who won it?
Right, scorekeepers will let me know. Scorekeepers will let me know. Can I tell them what was the round one score? Is that allowed? The scorekeeper says we already gave it. So
Over to Miss Neha, the other spock of this event.
Wow, this was a fantastic show. The last few weeks of practice have been invigorating, where our learners have explored their immense potentials and enhanced their skills. The anticipation of the scores will surely be at the peak. We can definitely see that here. We need to give our scorers some time to review their score sheets and choose the winners. So the results will be announced on our Facebook and Instagram pages. So if you haven't followed us yet, do so now. Learners and parents, they are requested to please log out now and watch out for the scores. Keep soaring, keep inspiring. See you all again soon.
Thank you all. Thank you, Ms. Sunita. Thank you, Ms. Sheetal. Thank you, Ms. Neha. Thank you, Ms. Roshni. And thank you, Mr. Ram.
thank you so much, learners. It was a pleasure hosting you. It was a pleasure mentoring you. And I hope you have all found some love for quizzing today. And you all will carry on the flame for that. Keep inquiring, keep being inquisitive, and do keep touring Incredible India. Have fun, take care, stay safe.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Miss.